Okay, now that I've spent all this time filming and editing, I'm wondering, do you even see these kinds of videos on your For You page? Or is that just me? Well, anyway, you just saw me graph what's called a parent function. So this is y equals x squared. There's no transformations or anything. It's just a basic quadratic. The anchor point, or the vertex of the quadratic, is at 0, 0. And as you can see there, I was graphing by going over 1, up 1. Then I went back to the vertex, over 2, up 4. And I could have kept going and gone back to the vertex, over 3, up 9. And I'm getting those numbers by taking the over number and squaring it to figure out how far up I should go. 1, 1, 2, 4, 3, 9. So that's the parent function, and then you can do transformations on that parent function to move it around, which is what you're going to see next. So here we have two transformations that have been applied to our parent function. We've got the -1 that's inside the parentheses, and we have the +3 that is outside the parentheses. Anything inside the parentheses is going to move your graph to the left or to the right. It's kind of the opposite of what you expect. So you can see in this example, it's -1. You might expect that to go to the left one because it's minus, but it actually is going to move right 1. Things that happen outside the parentheses are going to move the graph up or down. And this is exactly what you expect. So since it says +3, it's going to move up 3. So the next thing you're going to see me do is redraw the x and y axis based on those shifts. So I'm going to use a highlighter to redraw the x and y axis, right 1, up 3. Once I've done that, I can draw my parabola exactly like I did before. It's just shifted to this new x and y axis. So just for a little bit of extra practice, I'll give you an equation, pause the video, try to figure out what the transformations are, and then hit play to see the answer. Equation number 1, this graph is going to be shifting down 2 and right 5. Equation number 2, this graph is just shifting up 7. Equation number 3, this graph is going to be shifting left 1 and up 1. And equation number 4. And this one's kind of tricky. So when there's a number in front of the parentheses like this, it's actually not going to shift right, left, up, down. That number in front of the parentheses stretches out the graph. So this parabola, instead of it just being a normal 1, 1, 2, 4, 3, 9, it's going to be stretched up 2. So it's going to be 1, 2, 2, 8, 3, 18. So those vertical distances get multiplied by 2. So it's going to end up being like taller, if that makes sense. It's also going to shift down 5. Okay, don't panic if this is buried somewhere in the back of your brain. We're bringing it up to the front. We're going to get there.